if you have to eat 3 meals a day every day, it should be something that's enjoyable, not just like a chore, because that just sounds miserable. My name's Emily and I live in Chicago. It means eating well, having some kind of activity in your life, and taking care of your mental health. Eating well for me would just be not a lot of takeout or like ultra processed foods, a lot of fruits and veggies, diverse foods, keeping yourself moving and like being comfortable and able to move around in your body. And then mental, so natural sunlight, like whatever it is, having a hobby outside of work, just like something to keep the passion and spark going. I am not totally sure. I mean, we had to take a health class in high school. I don't really know if that was helpful or not, though. Probably just like my own research, really, on like what is actually healthy over the last few years. I've always loved cooking, and I feel like it's such a basic necessity of life. Like, it might as well be fun. Like, if you have to eat 3 meals a day every day, it should be something that's enjoyable, not just like a chore, because that just sounds miserable. So, like, as you look at more recipes online and like kind of get involved and finally being an adult, I never had a kitchen until after college. So like that was a huge exciting thing for me, and like exploring recipes and stuff for that, like what is actually healthy and like what's worth putting the time in to make and eat. For cooking at home, I love vegetables, which is probably just lucky, but like roasted broccoli is so good, and like sautéed zucchini and stuff. So there's like an easy balance there, as long as like I like eating them, so it's easy to make them like a main staple of the meal. And then I don't eat out a ton, so usually I'll just let myself eat whatever sounds good in that, because I know it's not a habit that I have to be so focused on the health side of it. My fiance definitely values taste, and he's also like wants to get like the most out of every meal, so he's definitely gonna prioritize like protein and making sure it's meeting some other objective than taste, if he's actually putting the thought into the food that he's getting. My family, on my mom's side, we definitely didn't grow up like cooking a lot. It was a lot more takeout, so I would say they are just valuing convenience slightly more than other things. Probably on my dad's side, I think they have goals to be healthy. It's a very standard American meal. Like there's a meat, vegetable, and starch at every dinner, and that's fine. And like I think it works. But probably just like keeping up with making new things and not falling back into the same habits. And recently, especially in Chicago where it's cold, it's just like having the food on hand. Like going to the grocery store can become a little bit of a hike and like feel bigger than it needs to. So like actually getting the food in the house to make so that I can do it. I have all the staples that you get every time. Like you're always going to need more garlic and onion and like broccoli and the easy vegetables. All the pastas, lemons, 100 lemons every time you go to the store. There's like all the basics that you get that you can make like anything out of. And then I'll usually try and find like 1 or 2 recipes that are like new for the week or like something exciting, and then just buy those ingredients. Pasta, I'm sure like isn't the healthiest, but I'll eat pasta every single day. I love it so much. Like my go-to meal is always like roasted broccoli and pasta with like a lemon garlic sauce. I don't eat any breakfast. I have coffee. I'm just not like hungry in the mornings, and I used to try and make little things to bring to work, like either like protein balls or like muffins, but again, like I'm not hungry, so I either forget them or bring it and then never eat it because it just doesn't occur to me. I don't know if I've ever really traveled with like food as a forefront, but I have been lucky enough to go to like Italy and Greece and places that have really good food. So I'm learning that like that should probably be a priority. But I will say being in Greece was the best. Normally, even in like Italy, I feel like when you're traveling, you're eating out a lot, you start to feel a little gross. I like was so sick of carbs and pasta when I left Italy, but Greece was amazing. There's just like so many vegetables naturally at every meal. I feel like trying a new recipe is fun. It's like if you work for it a little bit, it makes it a little bit more enjoyable to eat. So maybe trying that route and just watching people like videos of people cooking and kind of getting inspiration from there. Don't make it like so all consuming. If you just hit a little piece of it each day and like have one healthy thing and like take time to make it a habit in your life, because it'll probably stick better.